Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Misericordia University track and field indoor. Chris Wadas joining us right now. Well, Chris, talented team as always, and it seems like every year you get different groups. You get some girls that are doing some stuff, guys doing stuff, and there's no shortage this year. Let's first start with the ladies team, the women. They're at Misericordia University that are doing some great stuff.
Yeah, we started off our season. This is our third meet. We just had a meet yesterday at Bucknell University, and currently our team is ranked second in the Mideast region, which is one of our highest rankings ever, actually. I don't think we've gotten the second once before, but we didn't stay there. We usually stayed around 3 or 4. So, the people that are doing that for us is we have a really good 4x4 relay last year. We had a team that went 351, 58 with just in their teeth, missed out on the national meet, and currently that team is third best in the country in that, and that consists of a girl locally, Amy V, who was a national qualifier last year, but she's in top 25 of the country in the 400 this year. So, which is good. I mean, she's a lot better than she was last year. So we're looking for big things out of her at the end of the year. We're also going to experiment with some 800s with her too, to try to give our chances a little better in the MAC meet. We also have a local girl, Bianca Bolton. It was funny, 2 years ago, she wasn't really doing that well, to be honest, and she was like, "What's going on, coach?" And I was thinking and watching her run, and I'm like, "Hey, go get your iron checked." So she was just a low iron. So since then, she's been on an upward slide, and she's qualified for NCAAs in cross country. She was third in the region, 66 at the cross country meet, and she has currently ran 17:45, which was a 5K school record indoors, and seventh in the country right now in the 5,000. So, which is good.
Well, the women sound like they're doing some great stuff. Chris, take us through that 4x4 team that are setting records and doing great stuff for you. Tell us about the lineup from 1 through 4 there.
Well, the lineup just starts off with, we have 2 twins. We have Mary Fairchild and Katie Fairchild. They're not from around here, but they're really coming along. They're a lot quicker this year at this time than they were last year. The third leg is a freshman, actually. We replaced Stacey Parents, who was a local girl from Pittston. We got a freshman, Melanie Fry, now from the Philadelphia area around there, and she's doing really good things. She's filling that role for us. She's really a flexible kid. She goes 12.5 and 100, 25 in the 2, and around the quarter. So I work with the short sprints coach on with her. He works with her in particular with her training, but we put our kids together, what we work with, and obviously our anchor is Amy. She's a 56.0 girl. I honestly think she did well in cross country. She's an all-conference cross country runner, and she's going to be better than she was last year in a 400, just based off of what we see right now. So we're expecting a lot of good things out of her with that. So we're thinking we could get a chance to get into national meet in the 4x4. It looks that way right now. So we're going to keep on doing what we do and see what happens.
Chris Wadas from Misericordia University talking about the women's track and field team there, and boy, they're doing some great stuff. Coach, how about any throwers doing well this year?
Yeah, we actually have a girl in the shop at Chelsea Hall. She's from down in the Allentown area. She's throwing good. She started off her season more consistent than last year. She quite didn't hit her PR yet, but she has that potential this year. We're hoping that she starts, with the consistency, she starts putting it all together. Sarah Wigg is a great. Last year she really came along in the weight throw. Right now, this week she actually is currently through over 50 feet in the weight throw. It doesn't put her in the top 25 in the country, but it's pretty close. But we're expecting her to really get some. She keeps on throwing a half meter more, a quarter of a meter more every time she throws. So, she keeps on itching up on those people that are in that national qualifying list. So we're hoping that she really, when everything snaps together and has that day that she needs, she's going to throw a throw that's going to put her in the running to get to a national meet. So, we're pretty psyched about those groups. We also have a girl, Nicole Schwartz. She's throwing really well. She's going to be kind of a utility person for us at the conference meet. She has this potential of being all conference if she both the shot or the weight, and it all depends on what she decides to, do with her opportunities. And our throws coach this year, we made a little bit of switch. We went to Joel McMillan, who, if you don't know who he is Ashley's stepfather, Ashley Ward's stepfather, and we brought him on to coach after last year to help sell our throws. So I'm thinking we're seeing a lot of improvements from him being in that position and really working differently with the kids. So.
We're talking Misericordia University indoor track and field here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Chris Wadas is the head coach. Chris, how about over on the men's side? What are we seeing there?
On the men's side, we have a kid that was at school for a little bit and then decided that, whatever reason, he needed to take some time away from it. His name is Cory Poepperling. And he is from the Montrose area. But he, when he first started school, he was at Binghamton University in Temple, and he was an IC4A qualifier in the multi-events, and he's a good pole vaulter. He decided to go to school at Misericordia, and we were able, luckily enough, to get him. Still has 2 years of eligibility left in track, and he just finished up his first multi of the year in the heptathlon. He currently is top 4 in the country in the heptathlon. And also is in the top 25 of the pole vault right now, which is a good addition to our team. In the 400, we have Nelson. Obviously, Nelson was the top 35 in the country last year, 448.53. And Michael Hart from Pittston. If you don't know who he is, he was a district champ in the 400. We added him to our team. Right now we're sitting 1-3. Mike is 1-3 in the conference. Mike is 1, Andrew is 3. And in the 4x4, we just recently qualified for ECAGs and broke our school record. So we're opening those events in the 2 and the 4 and the 4x4 that we're going to compete for championships in those events. And at the national level, those guys have potential to be there. It's up to them and finding the right race. It's kind of tough for Michael. He's a little bigger, so he has a tough time with those tight turns and stuff. And Andrew, being smaller, it'd be perfect if the one of them were right in the middle, because Andrew's a little smaller and he likes his own lane because he has a tough time getting around people sometimes because he's a little bit of a smaller 400 runner, So, other than that, though, we have a good group of distance guys. They're doing really well this year. Michael Haas is our best cross-country guy. He was 46th in the region this year, which is a big jump for him. School record in cross-country. He just ran a good double, ran a 4:24 indoor mile, and ran a school record, which was mine. So I was happy to see him break it. He broke my school record in 3K by 2 seconds, which is awesome because he's a good kid. He works hard. I don't care about records, but I was happy to see him do it because he really wanted to. For some reason, they wanted to break this record to keep on asking me to run 3K. So, and I'm like, yeah, you can do it. You're fit enough. You'll probably run faster than that. So, it's good. So, we just had a good thrower. We have a senior thrower, Angel Guzman. He's back out with us this semester, and he had a great first meet, actually. He's top 6 in the conference, which is a big improvement. He's a college indoor PR, which is a good thing. And then we also have a good high jumper. His top 3 in our conference, Trey Schultz, freshman from Milton, and he's up there in the conference. So I think this year for the guys, we're going to do a lot better at the conference level. We have a lot more areas where we're going to score points in. We're a lot more deeper. It's just going to be a better situation for us. And like I said, the guys, we had some guys that couldn't make it to the national meet, the 400 guys. If the races start coming together, they could, and Cory in the vault and the multi. So that's that's where we're at with the guys. We're getting better every year with the guys. But as far as that, one person that I didn't want to leave out as far as the girls were concerned, we have a really good long jumper, actually, and she's from a little bit up north from the Sarah area. Sarah Ostrowski, she jumped almost 18.4 last year. She just missed going to nationals pretty much, and it's kind of under the radar because it was like at the end of the year, kind of spur of the moment, kind of like huge PR, and she's already the top seed in our conference in the long. and also top 2 in the triple. So he's going to do good things for us in those jumps. So I didn't mean to switch to the guys and the guys to the girls, but I just wanted to get her in.
Got to get everybody in because there's so many talented student athletes there at Misericordia University and the track and field indoor season. Coach, we're already into February. Give us a quick synopsis of the next couple of weeks and where you're going to be every weekend and where your athletes could potentially be.
Well, the next few weeks when we go to Susquehanna University, they have an indoor track there, and they just resurfaced it, so it's in a pretty good venue to go to. So we're going to go to those meets, and the next meet is Friday. It's a smaller meet, low key. We're gonna try some different things, try to get some relays taken care of. The next meet's really big, so that's the next opportunity to get some quick individual times. And then the week before Max is kind of like a filler week. Get some people some opportunities to compete that didn't get some chances, and try to get the qualifiers in. After that, we go to Max. Like I said, girls, again, we're in the same situation. A lot of things can happen. We could win. It's going to be possible for us, but we got to do what we need to do. And the guy is definitely a lot better than last year. We have a possibility of going top 3 in the meet if we want to, if we work it the right way with the people that we have and the points we can score. From there, we go to ECACs. That's at the Armory. Again, it's going to be tough this year. Usually ECACs is a good meet, and always is going to be a good meet. But just to educate on Division 3, apparently in Division 3, they said that they were on a couple of years ago, they're going to change our conversions. What they do is they convert. When a national meet is at a flat track, they convert the times from the bank track times. They add time onto it because they say it's faster than what you run on a flat track. Last year, the national meet was on a bank track, so when you ran at bank tracks, you ran raw time, you got the raw time credit. So ECAC is going to be a good opportunity for our kids. They always look forward to going there to qualify, and they actually changed the standards on some of the things, so they've gotten a little bit difficult. So we're going to go after it still, and see what's going on. And hopefully we're taking a trip to nationals in Salem, North Carolina. It's down south this year. So hopefully we have someone going that we can, get to the meet and take a trip down there.
Well, Chris Wadas, I know you and your staff working hard, of course, with the men and the women there at Misericordia University. Great to hear from you. Of course, I'm sure we'll be talking to you in the weeks to come as we hear a little bit more about what you're doing out there at Misericordia University. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
All right, Misericordia University men's and women's indoor track team here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.